bringing the tail of the tape. Murodov, 29 years old. Trevor Smith will be 39 next month. He is taller by 1 inch. Both fighters coming in half a pound below the middleweight limit of 186 pounds. Half-inch reach advantage with Machmoud Murodov. All right, for the first time tonight, we say hello to Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are live from the Capital One Arena in our nation's capital, Washington, D.C. for UFC Fight Night, Overeem versus Rosenstrike. And now, this fight is 3 rounds in the UFC middleweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, a mixed martial artist holding a professional record, 15 wins, 9 losses. He stands 6 feet 3 inches tall, weighing in at 185 and 1/2 pounds. Fighting out of Tukwila, Washington, Trevor Hot Sauce Smith. And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, a mixed martial artist holding a professional record, 23 wins, 6 losses. He stands 6 feet 2 inches tall, weighing in at 185 and 1/2 pounds. Fighting out of Bukhara, Uzbekistan, Mахмуд Murodov. And when the action begins, our referee in charge, Kevin Mohall.
Kevin Mulhall, our referee. Vanessa Hansen, thank you, V, getting us started for round 1. There's going to be so much D.C. tonight, I think I might have to call Cormier Daniel on the broadcast with Washington, D.C. Just way too much D.C. tonight. Trevor Smith.
Hey, fighters, you ready?
The plus 325 underdog tonight against that man, Machmoud Murodov, a prohibitive minus 450 favorite in his second UFC appearance tonight. Murodov trying to make it 13 straight wins is in black. Trevor Smith is in gray. No denying Muradov's gifts on the feet. Reports are the wrestling's starting to come around. Perhaps those chops will be tested tonight.
There's that jab. Yeah, he's got a beautiful jab, man, and he bounces moves. You can tell he's either training with boxers. I know he signed to Mayweather's team, but he's very active on his feet, and he pops that jab. And that's something you're seeing more often now in mixed martial arts. Guys really trying to fight behind the jab.
It just sets everything up if you can really commit to it. And a lot of guys just throw big power punches because you know how it is, DC. When you're moving in, you just want to crack that guy. We're not wearing boxing gloves in there. We can't have the same kind of shell-up defense. So, but if you can trust that jab and use it to move forward, it sets up that right hand, sets up takedowns, leg kicks, everything. Ooh, cup check.
That was a big one. No.
You're laughing, huh?
That was a big cup check. I mean, there's kicking somebody low, and then there's hitting them that hard. Murodov needs to take his time.
Oh.
Yeah. Sunk his battleship.
Yeah, that one was low. You know, but the ref should give him time, you know, like give him all the time he needs. You know, it was obviously low. You know, he's asking if he's good. He's not good.
Kicks, right.
Yeah.
He's far from good.
Minus 300 seconds.
He's far from good.
About a minute gone by here, round 1.
You see Trevor really trying to close this distance and pressure him back.
Oh,
He got stung with that.
But
Nice
you see
right from Smith, but the counter uppercut, the more seminal blow.
You see Murodov just real straight, right, John? As Smith kind of looped that overhand right. The straight one gets there faster.
Watch your fingers.
Thursday, December 12th, the best of the best back for one night only at Quintet Ultra, exclusively on UFC Fight Pass. Catch the best grappling matchups of the year as legends of the WEC Pride and the UFC return for a spectacular one-night tournament. Sign up for UFC Fight Pass today.
Yeah, Smith has got to put a feint or a fake or something in here to try to close this distance. If he just stays in this range of Murodov, he's going to get picked apart. And Murodov doing a good job of already feinting and getting Trevor Smith. See, he bites on every little movement of Murodov already. So he stings him a couple times, and he just has to even pump fake something, and he gets the respect of Trevor Smith. Hands up. Look for him to go to the body, too, if he's going to start shelling up top.
Murodov keeps resetting, though. He'll throw a nice combination, and he always goes back and resets. Watch here, punch, reset. Trevor Smith needs to go forward and pressure him. Don't let him have that little reset. Every time he lands, he goes back a couple steps, resets, bounces around, gets back to the range where he's most comfortable.
Yeah, he's almost got to follow that punch in.
Yeah,
if he gets tagged, follow that in, close that distance.
Watching Murodov tags him. 1, 2.
That's a smart move there from Smith. Start attacking the leg.
Off
As
the
he
jab.
backs up, he's setting his feet, like you said, he's readjusting himself. That's a time for Trevor Smith to take advantage of that and attack that leg.
Absolutely.
Murodov, punching his UFC ticket earlier this year, had back-to-back knockout wins over UFC veterans in June and July. Alberto Uda, Wendell Oliveira, and then really picked Alessio de Chirico apart in his UFC debut back in September. The challenges figure to get stiffer, and Trevor Smith is in front of him here.
Yeah, this is a very good test for Murodov to try to get through somebody with a ton of experience in the octagon, in strike force, stung him with a right hand there. And you know he's tough. You know he's not going to just fold for you. He's a tough dude.
Yep.
But this fight is too pretty. I mean, for Trevor Smith to be fighting this pretty fight with Murodov, it's no good. I mean, this needs to be ugly. It needs to be a little bit dirtier. Right now, it looks like who can strike better, who's more technical, who looks better, who's got better footwork. And if you're doing that, then Murodov beats you every day. He needs to be getting in his face, put his head in his chest, try to take him down and do something differently.
Yeah, and that was nice. Murodov finally changing his levels, not just headhunting, straight right to the body. And you heard that just crush the rib cage there of Trevor Smith.
A lot of efficient body work from Murodov. Now Trevor Smith trying to attack that midsection, but to DC's point, there has not been a takedown attempt.
And then he stops, yeah.
But look at that, you see Murodov landed, big right hand, backed all the way back to where he's comfortable.
Nice left
and
hook
Trevor
there.
Smith didn't really attack him. He's attacking. Oh.
Some redness and swelling around that left eye of Trevor Smith. Ooh, right on the chin. Round 2 coming up.
Here, sit down. Give me your mouthpiece. Breathe, breathe, breathe first. Okay, so you figured out his distance. He's looking for the counter hook. He's looking for the right hand. You got to take up that space and start throwing your right hand. Don't loop him. Start throwing him down the pipe. But we got to feint, step in first. Take up that space first, all right? Let's stop kicking. What do we worked on? Left hooks, right hands. Step into that right. Start going short and tight with it. All right, put your forehead on his chest.
Jak wracasz do stójky, znowu atak.
His right hand is still falling down, so watch it and continue the plan we have. Still move, still move. Be active, and when he's doing the low kicks, go in front.
Murodov has this ability to land this jumping kick because he will throw a jumping knee. It looks the exact same action, but it's the right hand that follows that big kick that's the danger, because then you're taking these strikes in combination.
All right, here we go, round 2. You heard Jamison White there in the corner of Trevor Smith. Your thoughts on the advice to his pupil?
Well, first things first, they told him stop kicking, stick to the plan, and they wanted to move forward and start throwing these punches more. He's getting a little bit caught up and mesmerized a little bit by Murodov. But if he just starts following in the basic combos, when Murodov's being simple, if he follows those strikes in and lands his own big shots, he's obviously got the power, but he's just not setting it up. He's winging punches and he's letting Murodov lead the footwork. He's not cutting him off properly. And Murodov's giving plenty of opportunities for Trevor Smith to close that distance, try to look for his takedowns. I think that's what we've got to do here. Get in there. Nice. There's that right hand to the body again. No wind up behind that either. Just straight down the pipe, right to that rib cage.
And again, that's a boxing thing, right? That's a punch that you see a lot in boxing. The straight right or the straight left, jab to the body. Not only body hooks, you see those straight punches down the middle, hitting the body in boxing. You can see that this guy, like I said, is training a lot of boxing.
Ooh, big overhand right.
Yeah, big right hand from Trevor Smith. momentarily wobbled Mahmud Murodov. Want to check in with the coach, Trevor Whitman. Trevor, good to have you back, my man. What do you got?
You know, the Russian has really good feints in his step. He's got an offbeat before he throws his jab. It's his second beat is when he's throwing the punch. I actually like the low kicks for Trevor Smith on the counter from the jab. But you guys are correct. It's the first punch. Don't think about that landing. Find the second or third. You got to get him going backwards with that narrow stance. At Murkodov, you always see him get that narrow stance. That's also a time to take him down, too. You've got to push him against the cage. Don't just sit on the outside trying to land one punch.
Yeah, see right there, like we're talking about, that's too big of a swing. He needs to just get in there, be a little more simple about it, make a clinch happen, and then from there, he can start using his wrestling.
And their coaches asked to straighten the punches. I agree with that completely. You know, tighten it up. You can't land those loopy shots with a guy with a great jab like that, unless you're closing the step.
Thank you, Trevor. Trevor Whitman's got a hot mic all night. Under 3 minutes here to go, round 2. Mahmud Murodov continuing to have his way on the feet here with the veteran Trevor Smith.
Yeah, and I think it's starting to wear on him. You're seeing Smith get a really flat-footed now. He's wincing at these punches. Murodov's starting to sting him and hurt him with those punches. There we go. There's a leg kick, but he's got to put something in front of it. And if he's going to throw these big punches, level change underneath of it. Oh, man. Now, see, he's making it ugly like you talked about, DC.
Absolutely, making it ugly. I mean, this Murodov is really good. I'd like to see him throw some kicks behind that jab, though, man. When you got a jab like that and it's working, every time he pops Smith with the jab, he can throw that low leg kick, and he would just blast him. Because Smith not even thinking about anything but the punches right now.
And a knee up the middle, I also think, for Murodov, because he's got Trevor covering up. See how he's watching those overhand rights? And that jab, he's trying to parry it and touch it. You feint one of them, just come straight up the middle. He's going to be open city for that. Open city, what is that? I don't know, I just made up a term there, John.
I kind of like it. I like that 1-2 from Murodov as well. Whiffed on that haymaker.
Yeah, he did.
But you see that, though, right? When Trevor Smith gets him a little bit uncomfortable, everything doesn't look as clean. Big overhand right that misses. He starts kind of winging his punches. He's just too comfortable. That's why he can fight in the way that he's been doing so far through these first 2 rounds.
Nice right hand over the top out of that brief clinch situation by Murodov. DC, it doesn't seem like the takedown's part of the game plan from Trevor Smith. Corner's certainly not asking for it.
No, corner's not asking for it. He's not trying to attempt him. He's fighting Murodov's type of fight right now.
See, and he's letting him just sneak right out of that side door there. He needed to cut that. Oh, that hurt him.
Body shot.
Nice right hand to the body.
Double jab, right hand to the body.
Just over a minute here to go in the round. Trevor Whitman.
You know, the one thing is you don't have to level change for a takedown. You level change to make him base his feet, so he's not using that fast footwork. You know, even if it's not in their game plan to wrestle, level change up and down, make him widen his feet so he bases. You're going to find an easier chance landing shots. Especially, you can tell he wants to be in a firefight. He's got to get to position first.
Here we go.
Yeah, an entry from Trevor Smith late in the round.
And now you're in this clinch, but good job from Murodov. Shakes it right off. That body work from Mahmud starting to really pay off.
Dividends, yeah, starting to pay dividends.
Smith has that mouth open.
Oh, he just sat back too much there, too. If he took a half a step forward on that, he'd have crushed him.
You got it right there, go overhand. You got to start walking the dog, Steve.
Trevor's corner wants him to start throwing when he's close to the side of the octagon.
Knockdown, big ground strikes here, takes his back. Woo! There's the horn, round 3 next.
Lucky it was over. It was over.
Yeah, that was in.
Hold that good for me. Somebody hold this.
Breathe for a second. You got to get your forehead on his chest. You got to close that distance. We're down right now. We got to close the distance. So you either put him up against the cage and take him all the way down and finish it, or you put your forehead on his chest and throw right over the top. You have to throw your right hand. It's there. Right hand and left hooks. No looping shit. Put your forehead on his chest, bend those knees. What are we doing? Close the distance, throw your right hand. Come on. Breathe. Take a sip. Got to slide in. 2-3-2. That's all it takes.
I'm not pulling the trigger.
That's all it takes. 2 or 3 punches. I need you to pull the trigger. Hey, we're in a fucking street fight. Go get a dog fight.
The trigger now. You have 1 round to do it.
Well, UFC Fight Pass is bringing an action-packed close to 2019 live events every weekend, including Quintet Ultra, as historic organizations Strikeforce, WEC Pride, and the UFC face off in a one-night grappling tournament, plus the first live MMA broadcast from the African continent with Eris FC1. Also, don't miss the finale of UFC 500 Moments coming next week. All right, third and final round here. Trevor Smith and Mahmud Murodov. The message, Paul, in the Smith corner was pretty clear. You got to pull the trigger. Started that way.
You're in a bad word street fight. I won't say it here on air, but his corner imploring him, listen, you got to go out there and you got to throw your right hand. You got to make this a dogfight. And they even told him, if you want this to the ground, let's get it there, and you've got to try to finish it there. You've got one round left. You are behind. They know that he is not winning a decision tonight. He's got to go out there and he's got to get a stoppage.
Yeah, he's got to go find the finish. He's got to go put himself in some danger if he wants a chance.
Slide in first. Don't throw jab. Slide in. Left up.
Murodov just out of range with that overhand right. 1 minute has gone by here, round 3.
Oh, beautiful. I love that right hand to the body from Murodov. And he gives him a little slap to the body. Knows he hurt him.
Yeah.
You see that in Thailand, too, in the Muay Thai fights when they start elbowing each other. They point to their elbow, point to your eyebrow if they cut you, just to kind of mock you and let you know, I got you.
Yep. Already 20 body strikes have landed for Mahmud Murodov, many of them with force.
He is swinging wild right now, Trevor Smith. He's got to be careful he doesn't get countered with a nice clean shot from Murodov. I like this pressure. This is what he needs to do. He's obviously trying to get in there, make it a fight, get the finish. But he's just, the hands of Murodov are just night and day sharper.
Yeah, he's way slower than Murodov. You can see the difference in the speed. You know, Murodov's so confident, and he's controlling every engagement. Trevor Smith's not controlling any of his engagements. Every time they come together, it's when Murodov decides that it's time to come together.
You see that lead hand of Trevor Smith now. Now I'm noticing more than ever, because of that straight right from Murodov to the body, he's dropping that front hand, which is opening that right hand over the top.
There it is. He hurt him.
Oh. Trevor Smith forced to retreat here. Still plenty of time in this third and final round.
No one doubting Trevor Smith's toughness, let's say that. He's taking some shots tonight.
No doubt about it.
Murodov threw that strike over and over again, and he was taking a step back. But now he's stepping into it. He's got Trevor Smith hurt. Now Trevor's just waiting, man. He's gonna fight. He's gonna be in a lot of trouble.
Look at the mouse under the left eye of Murodov, though. At some point here, Trevor Smith definitely cracked him with the right hand. But Murodov really looking for the kill now, moving in.
If Murodov throws a high kick, man, he would hurt Smith bad.
Especially over that left arm of Smith, all the way down by his hip right now.
Not sure how hurt Smith is necessarily, but clearly looks fatigued to me.
Yeah, he's slowing down. That's the body work to me that's been really bothering him. And I'm sure Murodov would love a minute, 45 seconds, second UFC fight, come in here and get one of his patented knockouts to really set him apart in the middleweight division right now. Nice scooping uppercut.
Yeah. A lot of gifts with those hands. Throws from a lot of different angles. DC mentioned the speed discrepancy, which is obvious, and pinpoint shot to the body yet again.
Yeah, if he just keeps following that up.
Well, major news, fight fans. UFC Fight Pass is the new exclusive home for LFA. Watch replays of the final 2 events of 2019 and get ready for a full slate of new live events beginning in 2020. Sign up for UFC Fight Pass today. All right, under a minute to go. We'll show you the round-by-round strikes. Advantage Murodov throughout. Oh! There it is! The walk-off KO for Mahmud Murodov!
Oh, boy!
And that was all set up because of that body work, John, right? He started attacking the body, that hands come down, and boom!
Did you see what happened? He threw that straight right hand to the body, and you notice how Smith was dropping his hand after you hit him? He threw the same right hand over the top. Double right hand. That was nasty. Oh, it was nasty.
Beautiful work.
That was nasty. My goodness.
Well, right on cue, Paul. You called for the knockout for the highlight reel. The winning streak is 13. That's a big one for Mach tonight.
He's thrown that over and over again, man. That right hand to the body, and he took that same right hand and brought it over the top. You saw Smith over and over take his hand down after the body shot would land, and this time Murodov just went right over the top with a perfect overhand right on the tip of the chin. Go to sleep. I mean, he was done before he even hit the mat.
Good to see Trevor Smith back sitting upright as you see the celebration in the Murodov corner, and also nice classy move by Mahmoud to go over and check on Trevor Smith. Huge moment for the 29-year-old from Uzbekistan. We'll talk to him after this as we continue live from Washington, D.C. All right, back live inside the venue. Happy to let you know Trevor Smith appears to have his wits about him. He is on the stool talking to the medical professionals as we speak. So good to see Trevor get back to his feet. But this one belongs to Murodov. Here's Bruce Buffer to make it official.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Kevin Mulhall has called a stop to this contest at 4 minutes, 9 seconds of round number 3. Declaring the winner by